Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Selenium training. In previous session we have been dealing with how to read Excel files using Apache POI, and we have seen multiple examples of reading Excel rows and columns and how to print them. So if you haven't referred those videos before watching this session, I request you to go and watch those videos so that it will help you to understand this session in very well manner. So in this session, what we are going to do is we are going to read values from the Excel and pass those values into the web page for login and test those logins. So just to give you a clear picture, so this is our Excel file which has different usernames and different passwords. Test user 1, test user 2, 3, 4, 5 and the corresponding passwords, and we are going to use a demo web shop I'll open in a while. So I have intentionally made this test user 3 password as incorrect here. That means it's an invalid password. So whenever I give the email test user 3, it gives me an error. So the final requirement of our session is we need to get the results of which are successfully logged in and which are not successfully logged in with these kind of errors. So if you look at this third snapshot, you can see the login success is pass for user 1 and user 2, but for user 3 you can see it's a fail because I got an error message while I tried to log in using user 3, and you may not see the password here, but it's already entered, and the screen which you see is after clicking on login, after providing this email and password. And then I need to print these results in my console. In the next session we are going to see how to write these pass values into the third column, that is into the C column, using write operations in the Excel. That means how to write into an Excel. So let us quickly jump to an Eclipse and let's see the program that we have designed earlier. You can see here earlier we have a program that prints the usernames, and let me open the Excel sheet and show you that. You can see here this is the Excel sheet that we have with username as one column and password as one column, and these user accounts and the passwords. So let me quickly open the demo web shop so that you can get some understanding. So my requirement is I need to check whether whether these usernames are working fine or not. If it is not working, then I need to fail the test case. Okay. So let me click on login here, which will be my first step after opening the web page. Then I'll copy this and I'll copy the password and click on login. So it's successfully logged in. So to check this whether it is successfully logged in or not, I'll just check whether it has a logout text, or either I will check the email ID is present here or not. Okay, and I'll click on logout once it is found, and then it shows me here again login. So I'll click on login and I'll test the second user account with the valid username and password, and again now it's logged in, and again I'll press the logout. Okay, and then again I'll press the login. Now I'll enter the test user 3 and I'll enter some dummy or I'll enter this password itself because this is not the correct password, and you can see the login was unsuccessful. Please correct the errors and try again. The credentials provided are correct or incorrect. Okay, so this is the one that we are going to do now. We are going to fail this test case and print it in the console. And then once this error is displayed, then we should continue our test case and test the remaining user accounts. So for that, again, we can press the login button here so that the error disappears. Now I'll capture this test user 4 and then enter the username and password, and it's logged in. And then I'll click on logout and again login and username and password. It's logged in. Okay, so our main motive is not just to learn the XPaths or clicking these buttons, because we have already discussed that in our previous sessions with all Selenium basics. Now our agenda is to concentrate on how to get these values or how to pass these values into the web application reading from Excel. So that next step will be writing into an Excel. So let's go here, and we already have the code here. See, as I mentioned earlier, we can pass these values into the web application for testing test user accounts. So I'll paste the description in the description box to watch the previous session so that you will understand the this session very easily. Okay, so now I just need to take this web page and all these elements, right? So for that we already have written some code earlier. Let me check that. Okay, so let me take these values and I'll be declaring it at the beginning. So I'll be declaring it this place. So I'll write some comments here, log into the or open the login page. Okay, now this will be our login page, and once it is landed to the login page, before passing this username and password, we need to click on this login button, right? So for that we already have this login button here. So let me take this, or yeah, I think we have a full URL, right? We have given a login here so that it will directly take us to the login page. So let me, yeah, now it's taking to the login page. Now what we are going to do is we are going to pass our username and password. So since we already have a code, let me take this. Okay, let me take this both. Okay, and instead of send keys with hard coded value, I'll be passing this username here, which is my first username. So for each loop I'm passing the username. In the first case it will pass this row test user 1, and also I'm passing the password here. Okay, once this is done I need to click on login, right? So since we already have the code, let's click on login. Okay, so there are many ways to do this. You can even create a method, your separate method, and call this function and return the value whether it is passed or not, but we are just going on the flow since our concentration is on Excel part to get the values into the web page. Now once this login is done, we have to uh, once this is pressed, you will see you have to check for the logout whether that logout is present or not, right? So let me first log in, and I'm pressing on login. Now I need to inspect this logout and put in my code so that I can click on that, right? So let me write and take an XPath. So this is a reference. So I should take a text method is equal to logout. Okay, so I have only one element. I can use it. Now driver dot find element of by dot XPath of dot is displayed. Okay, so since it's a boolean value, let me take a boolean variable and call it as is logged in. Okay, so that I'll get a value here, is logged in. Okay, now if it is logged in, Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this code. Let me comment this here, and it will display my username, my password, and then I'll use some text here. I'll say login success. Okay, and then I'll provide the value here. So it says if it is true or false. Okay, so something is wrong here. I should close. Done. Now it will check whether it is having a logout displayed, and if it is displayed, then it will display the true here, and the loop continues. Okay, so let us now run this, and it will throw us some errors. We will see how to handle that. It's just to check whether it is executing the first one. Okay, yes, it's logged in, and we have to press the logout button, right? And we have not done that so far. And you can see the output: test user 1, password is this one, and login success true. Yes, it is success. Now since we have given here implicit wait of 20 seconds, it waits for 20 seconds until it throws the error, and it displays the error now. So now you can see no such element exception, and it throws the exception at this page because we haven't clicked on the logout, so that it's not able to identify the username text box. So we have to click on logout. So already we have identified here, right? So let us take same dot click. Okay, now let me close this window again, and now let me run this. Now it will also run the test user 2 because we are clicking on logout. Okay, and one more thing is we clicked on logout, and again we have to click on login, right? So what we are going to do, again I'm going to inspect this. Login, and let me take XPath, or I'll put star text is equal to login. Okay, so XPath of login click. Okay, now let's run this. So it's just a matter of clicking on logout, login, and enter the details. Again click on logout, and again click on login. So it goes that way. So now observe carefully. Yes, it's clicking on logout, and again it clicked on login, and now again clicked on logout. See, now it throws error and it stops here, and it will capture the error, and again it will try to go for the test user 4, and it will not find the text box, or it will not find out the logout button because the error itself is not allowing to go into the page. Right now you can observe the error. See, the logout is not present because it's not yet logged in, because it throws the error here, right? So you can see where the error throws. See, so once we click on login, okay, or once we enter the details, after landing to the login page, we are clicking on logout, or we are checking whether logout is displayed or not, but it's not displayed, right? So in this case, what should we do? We should capture this error first, okay, and then we have to keep this block in try block, so that when logout is not present, then it checks whether this error is present or not. Okay, so I'm repeating again. So since we are getting error at logout is displayed or not, we are going to put this sentence or this line of statement into the try block, try and catch, because when this statement fails, it will check when the logout is not present, it will check whether this error is present, and then based on that, okay, this throws the error, and then it will click on login here again. Okay, so first let us capture this error and point to this. Okay, and again this is an reference, or let me take star text is equal to uh, I'll copy this text, copy this, and then what you're going to do, just put this in try block. Okay, and copy this boolean inside the try block. Okay, and also you have to copy this as well. So is logged in, also you have to copy inside this try block, because when it is successfully logged in, it will try to click on sorry, it will check whether it is logged out or not, and then it will click on it will display if that is successful, and then we have to click on login also, right? Once it is logged in, we have to again click on login also. So for that I am going to copy this also. We have to click on logout, sorry, not login. And now in the catch block, we are going to capture that exception. Okay, and then here we are going to again copy this text, driver dot find element of xpath of dot is displayed. Now what we are going to do is we are checking the error message, not the logout button. Okay, so let's store this in a boolean variable again, boolean is error. Okay, is error. Fine. Now once the error is displayed, then I need to copy same sentence, I mean same statement, I need to print the same statement and just display this is error. Okay, now what happens here, look at this. Once the test user 3 is completed, it will check for the logout button, right? But still it is not visible because it stops here when the error is thrown, and it's not able to find the logout button. So when it's tried to find out the logout button, that logout button will not be found, right? Then immediately it comes to the catch block and checks whether it is displayed, whether this error is displayed. So if this error is displayed, then what it will do, it will say yes, this is the error and user is not able to successfully logged in, right? Once this is done, again it will come out of this block and click on this login button. Okay, and then now this time it will enter the test user 4 and next test user 5. Now let's run this. So test user 1 done, test user 2 done, logout, test user 3, it it throws error. Now it clicks on login, but before clicking on login, it just waits for 20 seconds because we have given the implicit wait. So yes, it continues, then it's logout, again test user 5, done. Okay, now you can observe You can observe here login success true for test user 1, test user 2, test user 3, because you can see the test user 3, it comes to the catch block, right? It comes to the catch block and checks if it is an error. Okay, it's an error, but here we are printing it's a true. It's not pass but true. The error is true. So for this, what we are going to do is we are going to take one string variable and let me call it as result, and let me initialize it to null. Now what I will convert this if is logged in. That means if it is successfully logged in, if is logged in equal to true, then I am replacing or I am calling result is equal to pass. Okay. Here, coming to this, when error is displayed, that means when error is true, then result will be fail, right? Sorry, let me put double quotes here. So again, if is error equal to true, that means the result is fail, not pass, because error is true means result is fail. So now instead of giving is error here, I'll give this result as a parameter. Okay. Now let's run this. Now it's logged into the page. First user is done. So test user 2. Now test user 3. After clicking on logout login, the error is thrown. It will wait for 20 seconds before it throws the error, and then it clicks on the login button, and then it enters the test user 4, and then it continues. Yes, test user 4, test user 5, done. So now look at the output. You can see pass, pass, fail, pass, pass, because only test user 3 throwed error, right? So this says fail. So that is how we need to work on. So simply you have to understand one thing here. Try catch blocks is very important when you are working with any code, any login, or any testing. When you are handling these kind of errors, basically, and when you are trying to click on login, logout, and when the scenario changes, that means if one error occurs, then if you want to do some other operation, then you have to use these try catch blocks, which will definitely help you to overcome those failures. Okay. Now we got this output. Whatever the users are passed, we can easily say that this is fail and all. So in the next session, what we are going to do is we haven't dealt with Excel write operation so far. So what we are going to do in the next session, so keep watching. Please subscribe and please um, click on bell notification so that you will get the notification when I upload the next video. So in the next session, what we are going to do is we are going to have result as one more column, and then we are going to put those values automatically through the code. Pass, pass. Okay. So this way, whenever you open the Excel after your text execution, then it shows what is pass and what are fail. Okay. So that we are going to do in the next session. Okay. Hope uh, you like the video or you like this session, and please subscribe for more notifications, and please watch the playlist. It's very organized way, explained in very organized way, so you can take a look and share. And if you have any suggestions, please drop and comment in the comment box. Okay. Thank you and have a nice day.